massive debate over the summer over the attitude towards Israel and the anti-Semitism issue. What's your take on that?
My take on that is this, that after the Second Intifada, the Israeli embassies, under the direction of the Israeli Foreign Office, were told, start labeling opponents to Israel and our policies as anti-Semitic all over the globe. Well, in some cases they had more success than others, and in Britain they had had no success on this, very little, because most of the English Jewish organizations weren't politicized as that. But recently, with Corbyn, you see behind this, I mean, in terms of actual anti-Semitic practices in Britain, it has the lowest record of incidents reported out of the whole of Europe, by the way. Very low proportion. So you have a tiny group of Jewish organizations opposed by other Jews organizations, Jews for Peace, Jews for Labor, who support Corbyn and have said that. But the publicity and the campaign that is created is based largely, not exclusively, on conservative Jews, with the backing of the right wing inside the Parliamentary Labour Party. This is what's going on, because there is a layer of people within the Parliamentary Labour Party who would rather Labour lost than Corbyn won. And they think like that, 60 or 70 of his own MPs. And they've been backing this campaign, as if suddenly anti-Semitism is red. What's the reason for that is that Corbyn has had a very even-handed and justified position on Palestine, saying that what is happening in Palestine is unacceptable, which is the position also, I would say, about 50% of Jews in this country, and an increasing number of them in the United States, especially the younger generation, who don't want to justify what is being done to the Palestinians.
Tariq, that may be true, but there's still a minority in this country, 260,000 Jews, a small group, and a lot of them do feel like the way in which the issue is talked about is insensitive, or doesn't take account of the complexities of the subject and the loyalty. Do you see that there has been a strain of anti-Semitism on the left, which is
I would really challenge that. I mean, I have lived and worked on the left for the last 50 years. And the one thing the left has always been very strong on is anti-Semitism, anti-racism, the lot. I mean, look at Corbyn. At the age of 14, in his Shropshire village, what is the first organization he joins? Shropshire Against Racism. What does he do as a young teenager? Go on his bike to all the local Shropshire villages distributing leaflets against racism. I've spent a lot of time with him on platforms over the last years, denouncing racism and anti-Semitism. Now, this doesn't mean that anti-Semitism doesn't exist and people say stupid things. But in my opinion, there are two forms of anti-Semitism. One is a philosophical anti-Semitism based on centuries of Christian theology, which erupted in that brutal way in Germany, where Luther himself was deeply anti-Semitic as a Protestant reformer, deeply anti-Semitic. So there is that strain in German Christian culture. Within Islam, there is no philosophical basis for this at all. And the bulk of their existence as rulers, the Muslims and Jews, worked together till the late 1940s. A lot of this casual, unacceptable anti-Semitism is the result of what Israel does to the Palestinians. It is linked to that, and denying it, to my mind, is just foolish. It implies that somehow people have suddenly gone mad. I mean, it's unacceptable, but that is the reason it's there. Every time Palestinians are killed, and no politician, or very few, open their mouths, America supports it. So, this is the result. I remember saying this at the Jewish Book Festival about 6 years ago. I said it's an audience largely of Jewish people here in London, in Hampstead, not too far away from here. And I said that if this carries on, you will have young people growing up in this country and others, who, if you say to them, if they attack or criticize Israel, you're anti-Semitic, they will have no memory of anything. They'll say, okay, if you want to call us that, we don't care. That's exactly what has happened, but even that has happened to a very sort of small extent. It's been exaggerated way beyond. And Corbyn was told, if you sign up for the IHRA, which lots of Jewish lawyers, people of Jewish origin, were saying is a scandal, you'll be fine. Well, they've signed up to it. Have the attacks stopped? No, they carry on. Once you cave into this stuff, it's never ending.